Okay, we're going to look in this video about drawing straight lines, and we're going to be using a table of values to do it, so it should be very straightforward. First of all, what we need to do is we need to understand what coordinates actually mean. So we're going to look at this one. First of all, it says A, which is the point A, which is 3, 2. So that means you go 3 across from the origin, and you go 2 up. So you go 3 across and then you go 2 up. So your point A is going to be here. So that's where your point A is going to be. Your second one, B, is 0, 4. So that means you go 0 across, so you don't go across, and you go up 4. So your B is going to be here on your y-axis. Next one is C, which is 5, 0. So 5, 0 means you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, and you go 0 up. So your C is actually just going to be here. The next one is minus 1, 3, which means from your origin you go 1 left. So minus 1 means 1 left. Then you go 3 up. So 1, 2, 3. So your D is going to be here. And your last one is a point X, which is at minus 4, 5. So minus 4, first of all, means 4 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5. And minus 5 means 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this point down here is going to be your point X. And that's it. Okay, what we're to do in this example, it says plot the following coordinates and examine the link between the X and the Y values. And then so you state it as Y is equal to. So for example, Y equals X, or Y equals X plus 2, or Y equals 4X minus 1, whatever it happens to be. So we have to find out what the link is between them. So in this one, if you look at your X value, when your X value is equal to 0, your Y value is also equal to 0. When your X value is equal to 1, your Y value is also equal to 1. When your X value is equal to 3, your Y value is also equal to 3. So first of all, to get the relationship, this is Y is equal to X. Right, we're going to use those points that we've been given. So really what you've been given here is 3 coordinates. You've been given 0, 0, 1, 1, and 3, 3. So I'm just going to write those in coordinate form. And so they're the 3 points that we want to plot on this graph down below. So if we do that, bear with me. If you do that, and you can see on this graph below, I want to plot 0, 0 is going to be here, 1, 1 is going to be here, and 3, 3 is going to be here. And this is where it's going to be tricky for me drawing a straight line on this thing. So you know what, try and do it another way. Can this work? Let's see. There we go. Perfect. Even better. Right. So there we have it. And that's the line we want to do. So once you've drawn your line, label it. This is Y. Y is equal to X. Okay, so it's the same idea again in part B. You've got 3 coordinates. So this is a coordinate, this is a coordinate, and this is a coordinate. So let's write down the coordinates first this time. That's 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Okay. Now, if we have a look at these, when your X is equal to 0, your Y is equal to 1. So it's 1 more. The Y value is 1 more than the X. When your X is equal to 2, your Y is equal to 3. So it's 1 more than the X again. When X is equal to 4, Y is equal to 5. So again, it's 1 more. So the relationship is Y is equal to X plus 1. So we've got our 3 coordinates, 0, 1. So 0, 1 would be here. And then 2, 3. 2, 3 would be here. And 4, 5 would be here. So there are the 3 coordinates we want to mark on. So I'll mark them a decent size so I can still see them once I've drawn my line. And let's hopefully this works again. Draw my line. Get rid of that. Try that again. Not too bad. I have to go with that. A little bit better maybe. Right, so you can see this is my line y is equal to, I'll label it here, y is equal to x plus 1. So in this example, you've got 3 coordinates. In example C, you've got 3 coordinates. You've got the origin, 0, 0. You've got 1, 2. And you've got 3, 6. So let's have a look at what's happening. When your x value is 0, the y value is 0. So we don't really know what's going on here. But when your x value is 1, your y value is 2. So it's double it. And let's see if that works again. When your x value is 3, your y value is 6, so it is double it. And double 0 is still 0. So the relationship here is y is equal to 2 times your x. That's your relationship. We've got 3 points we want to draw them. You've got the origin, 0, 0. You've got 1, 2. And you've got 2, 6. So there's 3 points for you there. Well, it was 3, 6, sorry. 3, 6. 0, 0, 1, 2, and 3, 6. It should have been there as your 3 points. Okay, and then link that up with a line. Good. I'll get rid of that one. That hasn't worked very well at all. Might have to do this one freehand, unfortunately. Just get a wee bit trickier once it gets steeper. Right, I'm going to do this freehand, but you use a ruler, please. There's your y is equal to 2x. Y equals 2x. So example D, we have got 3 points again. We've got 0, 0. We've got 1, 3. We've got 2, 6. So let's look at the relationship between those. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. Not an awful lot we can learn from this one. When x equals 1, y equals 3. So it's 3, y is 3 times as big as the x. And when x equals 2, y is equal to 6. So again, y is 3 times as big as the x. So it works. Y is equal to 3x. So if you plot those 3 points, first one is the origin, which we had already plotted in the last one. Then at 1, we're at 3. And at 2, we're up at 6. So there's your 3 points that allow you to draw your line. And you can see I've drawn it. I had to go freehand just unfortunately this. So that's y is equal to 3x is what we have. Okay, this example is more like what we would actually get. And this is where you have to actually calculate the missing values. So it says, normally the table of values is provided for you in the exam. Not always, but most of the time it will be. It says draw the line y is equal to 3x minus 1 for minus 2 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 3. So this gives you an idea. If they didn't give you a table of values, this would give you an idea of what you need to do. Now, they normally in the exam do more work than you actually need. To draw a straight line accurately, just like in the previous examples, all you really need is 3 points to show that they're on in a straight line. But they have done, how many have they done here? 6, and one of them they've already given you it here for you. Okay, what we have to do is fill in the missing values. So remember, this up here is your relationship. Y is equal to 3x minus 1 is a relationship that takes you from your x values to your y values. So how we're going to get this value here is on my calculator. I'm going to do 3 times brackets minus 2 and then minus 1. That's how I'm going to work out that value. So we'll just label a few of these to show how we're working them out. Not all of them, but we'll do a few. So on your calculator, if you do 3 times minus 2, you'll get minus 6. And then minus another 1 will give you minus 7. Then the one they had given you they told you when x equals minus 1, y is equal to minus 4. So we'll do the next one. So the next one is going to be 3 times 0. The x value is 0, and then minus 1. 3 times 0 is 0. Minus 1 is minus 1. You can do all of this in your calculator very easily. Okay, I'll show how you do the last one here, and then we'll go back and fill in the other ones. So the last one would be 3 times 3. My x value is 3, and then minus 1. 3 times 3 is 9, minus 1 would give you 8. So you would do that on your calculator to give you 8. And if you fill in the last two, when x equals 1, 3 times 1 is 3, minus 1 would give you 2. And when x equals 2, 3 times 2 is 6, minus 1 would give you 5. So we're just going to write down the coordinates we have. The coordinates are minus 2, minus 7. What was the next one? It was minus 1, minus 4. The next coordinate was 0, minus 1. And then I've got 1, 2. Then I've got 2, 5. Then I've got 3, 8. So they're the points that we want to plot on this graph over here. So at, I'll need to zoom down a wee bit. At minus 2, I'm at minus 7. So at minus 2, I'm down at minus 7. So that's the first point I want to draw. At minus 1, I'm at minus 4. So go to minus 1 and then down to minus 4. So this is my second point I want to draw. At 0, I'm at minus 1. So 0 and minus 1, it would be here. At 1, I'm at 2. So when x equals 1, I'm at 2, y is 2. So x equals 1, y is equal to 2. So it's going to be up here. And when x equals 2, y is equal to 5. So x equals 2, y equals 5 is going to be up here. And when x is equal to 3, my y is equal to 8. So I'm going to zoom up a wee bit. So 3, 8 is going to be up here. And get those points drawn and then link them with a straight line. So I will do that as best as I can. This is not easy doing this freehand here. So use a ruler. Fortunately, I'm not able to do it on this. Not too bad, not great, but not too bad. You can see that's your line. So your equation of your line, zoom up again, it was y is equal to 3x minus 1. So there you can see that whole example there.